the Pittsburgh Steelers got their best action on day 3 of the Senior Bowl. It was another day of overcasting clouds, some wind, and a bit of chilly weather for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Senior Bowl crew. Once again, it was perfect football weather for yet another day of practice, and there was a lot to take away from this practice. Different practice structures. Much of the talk during Senior Bowl week is going to be about the prospects, position groups, who are meeting with who, and what coaches are eyeing who in practice. Very little attention is given to how the two teams, the national and the American team, organize and conduct practices. From the national team, I felt Patrick Graham placed more of an emphasis on one-on-one and more about showcasing the prospects' respective talents on display for scouts. While the American team under Luke Getsy focused a lot more on team-based install periods that allowed the receivers, offensive line and quarterbacks to be a lot more in sync with each other. Definitely noticed a lot more rhythm and timing between the American team quarterbacks versus the national team as a result. This is not to say either way is the right or the wrong way to construct practices. I just found those differences to be fascinating when transitioning over to the other team's practices. South Carolina cornerback dominates. If there was a name that made sure to leave the biggest lasting impression, it was without a doubt South Carolina cornerback, Darius Rush. Standing at about 6 feet 2 inches, 196 pounds, aside from one play from Jonathan Mingo, Rush simply could not get out-leveraged at all. Rush is a decently long corner who can play with a bit too wide of a base when it comes to press at the line of scrimmage, but his ability to stay in phase, play the route and trail, and work himself into the passing lane while getting his eyes back was just special on day 3. He is currently among the fastest players at the Senior Bowl, measuring at 21.65 miles per hour, and you can really see that type of makeup speed on full display in one-on-ones. National and American team centers shine. I thought Olu Oluwatimi got better every single day this week of practice and thought he put it together on day 3, showcasing why he won the Remington Award for Best Center in all of college football. He did a much better job of not ducking his head on contact, and playing with better independent hand usage, which really allowed guys like Keanu Benton, who has really relied on hand usage in these settings, to win around him.